If I sound off, it's because I'm recovering from a sickness. This is also by unpopular demand, but this is an OC lore dump video, minus spoilery bits. Hey everyone, and happy holidays! Welcome to my new series called Zen Draws and Drivel, where I, your host, Zany Zen Draws, will start yapping about whatever the heck is related to art, with speed paints accompanying such yappage. This is the kind of video where you draw or complete another task with you playing it in the background, like a video essay or something. It's also for this reason that I'll record these at night for a more calming feel. You won't have me screaming or shit. These videos will be easier for me to put together, so despite the fact I'm in school, I can still keep y'all well fed and possibly entertained. I don't know, maybe this will lead to a more consistent upload schedule. Plus, it's an art channel. I need to do more explicitly artsy stuff and satisfy my urges to yap. So, here, Zen Draws and Drivel Episode 1. Today we'll be talking about my OCs, specifically for my project, Hanashima's Advanced Class. I specify the project because I have way too many of them. Quick note, some characters in this may have their lore included while others may only have a basic rundown, due to me not wishing to explain too much or spoil things. I also think this story will be more fun if you guys analyze things or dissect things, so yeah. From this project, I'm going to be talking about the basic plot and 9 characters, which are all the main ones. As I write this script, please help me God, I hope I have enough footage to talk about all of them. And on another note, please keep in mind that the speed paints on the screen may not be related to the discussed subject matter. A caption will be provided at the bottom explaining the piece's relevance or irrelevance to the topic at hand. Is that all? Okay? Okay. Without further ado, enjoy the drawings and enjoy my drivel. Grab a drink, a snack, and whatever task, and let's get started. So number 1, what the hell is Hanashima's Advanced Class? I figured it might be important to start with this because y'all have most likely seen this title thrown around a lot on my channel and other socials. Which, by the way, you guys should probably follow if you want, I don't know. I'm gonna do my best to explain everything without being spoilery, so things are vague. My bad, but this is a good thing, though my bad still. Hanashima's Advanced Class is a story of mine that I'm planning to make into a webcomic once I'm done writing season 1. In addition, a basic outline has been made for future seasons. The most basic way I can word the premise is this. Our protagonist, Hanako Kanagawa, is accepted into the prestigious Hanashima Academy on an advanced class scholarship, alongside her best friends Clover and Lucas, as well as her brothers Daisuke and Daichi. She plans to be a complete and total hermit to pursue academic success, so with concern, her father makes her promise to be more social. And thus, she attempts to make friends, learning how to navigate friendship and even romance upon her arrival in order to keep that promise. It's a slice-of-life premise for the most part, with reverse harem elements, since I'm heavily inspired by shoujo manga, mostly Ouran High School Host Club, but Heartstopper and Sandersides were notable inspirations for this project as well. It will have triggering content though, so just a warning for that. What's the triggering content? Should you be worried? Don't freak out just yet. When the time comes, I'll put trigger warnings. Talking about the characters now, I'm first talking about Hanako Kanagawa, since she's the main character. As I've stated before, she plans to be a hermit upon arriving at Hanashima Academy. This is because A, it's her dream school and she wants to do her best with the academic part of things, and B, she'd rather focus on books than people. You see, Hanako, while a friendly person, is also a heavily anxious one when it comes to, well, everything that's not related to academic pursuits, especially social situations. Yes, she can talk to her friends Clover and Lucas easily, and plus her father and present older brother, but she finds herself overthinking almost every social interaction and plans for things in hopes they go well. Hanako is also a stubborn perfectionist, and while that's something you could put a positive spin on in a resume by saying shit like, I ensure high quality in my work and never give up, for Hanako it gets to a point where it's debilitating. It gets to the point where she's willing to sacrifice her health, both mental and physical, for academic achievements. This self-destructive mindset alongside her struggles with socialization are 2 things she attempts to overcome upon arriving at the academy. Okay, for Hanako's lore and character, that's all I can really give at the moment besides her familial situation, more on that later. So, allow me to give some fun tidbits. This portion won't be exclusive to her either, and I will provide this information to all characters in this video. Her birthday is September 6, making her a Virgo. She likes reading history books, listening to K-pop music, and the feel of fluffy blankets. She dislikes loud public spaces, unprompted selfies, and group projects. She enjoys Japanese strawberry sandwiches, and her dream job is to be some kind of therapist. Regarding her character inspirations, notable examples include Izuku Midoriya from My Hero Academia, Haruhi Fujioka from Ouran High School Host Club, and Twilight Sparkle from My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. A fun fact about Hanako is that she has a habit of biting her pens. You can normally tell if a pen is Hanako's by looking if the pen has any bite marks on it. Next is Daisuke Kanagawa, and if the last name doesn't make it obvious, Daisuke is one of Hanako's older brothers. Daisuke is the youngest of the brothers, being born 6 minutes after Daichi, but he is the brother that Hanako is closest to. Daisuke is not that much of a social person either, but he's still laid back, friendly, and he low-key still leaves the house more than Hanako. Even if it's just to go to the convenience store, a manga store, or in-universe Hot Topic equivalent. He's a huge fan of anime, manga, and online animations, so think Ed's World or other pieces of media on Newgrounds. Daisuke is a character that is based off of the nerd or fanboy trope I see in media, and being someone who actively engages in fandom. It's common for him to make various references to certain pieces of media, go on rambles about characters, and also have insanely strong opinions when it comes to the writing of said media. I think it's important to note early on that I don't intend on making fun of him maliciously or leaving him as the butt of the joke for any of these qualities. Daisuke is unapologetic about his interests, and his passion and open adoration for these things inspire Hanako to be herself as well. I always see characters that are involved in fandom being ridiculed to some extent in the media, or the author gives them a gross incel personality or something. That being said, hopefully with Daisuke I can bring a new energy to the table. Speaking of energy, between Daisuke and Daichi, Daisuke is the more overly protective older brother, while having a better understanding of Hanako's needs. If Hanako gets lost in her head, he always makes sure Hanako takes it easy and has a distraction at the ready. Between the two brothers, though, he's easily the more excitable one and is less level-headed, being the more emotional brother when it comes to Hanako and the first to panic over her if he suspects something is wrong. Okay, trivia time. Daisuke's birthday is December 18, making him a Sagittarius. He shares this birthday with Daichi because, you know, they're twins. Daisuke enjoys writing fanfiction, making anime fandubs, and watching edits of his favorite cartoon or anime characters. Daisuke dislikes going to bed before 11 p.m., eating olives, and dusting shelves in his room. This is because he has a lot of anime merch and he doesn't like the idea of messing up the cute display he had in place in order to properly, wipe things. While Daisuke doesn't have a specific favorite food, he highly enjoys any candy that's melon or grape flavored. Daisuke wishes to become a Japanese voiceover actor, or seiyuu, when he's older, though he'd have to become fluent in Japanese first. His character inspirations include Yuri Katsuki from Yuri on Ice, Kaoru Hitachin, or Hitachin, I forgot how it's pronounced. Anyways, he's from Ouran High School Host Club, and Kei Serenuma from Kiss Him Not Me. A fun fact about him is that he has an online channel where he dubs over anime as a hobby, and he has exactly 5 followers. These followers include Hanako, his dad, Lucas, and Clover, who subscribed twice since Clover forgot the password to her older account. Daichi is unaware of this channel's existence. Daichi in mind. Daichi is the eldest child of the Kanagawa family, and he's older than Daisuke by 6 minutes. He's a teenage model, and he's usually regarded as the more responsible or level-headed twin when people first meet him. You're probably wondering why Daichi's last name here is listed differently than his siblings. Time for lore. This is because Hanako, Daisuke, and Daichi's parents are divorced. They split when the kids were all fairly young, Hanako having been 6 while the twins were 7. Hanako and Daisuke lived with their father, Kazuo Kanagawa, in the fictional Hawaiian city of Kalale. Daichi, on the other hand, lived with their mother's side of the family in Italy. And I'd like to note that as I write this video, the fictional counterpart of Milan has not been yet named. Or, I don't know, maybe I'll just keep it as Milan, I haven't decided yet. Their mother, Sofia Berlusconi, is the daughter of the famous luxury fashion designer Victoria Berlusconi, and so he models for the family business, which specializes in clothing but most notably bags and other accessories. It's for this reason that Daichi is heavily into anything related to fashion, skincare, and working out. Back to him and the siblings. For Hanako and Daisuke, not much is known about Daichi since he and his siblings have been separated for about 8 years, and his modeling work kept him busy. In other words, the two meeting with Daichi again results in them having to try and get to know him from square one. Just know he's usually considered to be reserved and composed due to the PR training he's received from working in the modeling industry. Of the two brothers, he's not as openly emotional or overprotective as Daisuke, and unlike Daisuke, he also doesn't have a good grasp of how to handle Hanako or her needs. Though he's still a loyal person, often attempting to showcase his affection through spending quality time together or spoiling them with various purchases. But yeah, Hanako and Daisuke don't know much about him, but thankfully for all of us on this video, we will. Again, Daisuke and Daichi are twins, so Daichi is also a Sagittarius born December 18. Daichi likes car magazines, collecting watches, and shopping for clothes. His dislikes include the smell of cigarettes, large social gatherings, and jet lag, which he deals with quite a bit depending on where his modeling work takes him. His favorite food is chocolate, and it's a guilty pleasure of his. His character inspirations include Shoto Todoroki from My Hero Academia, Rantaro Amami from Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony, and Hikaru Hidachi, I still don't fucking know how to pronounce it, from Ouran High School Host Club. A fun fact about Daichi is that he gets cold very easily, but doesn't normally bring warm enough jackets to places in fear that they'll fuck up the outfit. So, for future simps or shippers, I'm just saying your OC or self-insert could, like, give him a jacket. I don't know. We're done discussing the Kanagawa family. Time to begin with everyone else. We're first starting off with Hanako's bestest friend since diapers, Clover Brookestone. Okay, saying they've been friends since diapers is an exaggeration, but they did in fact meet around ages 4 or 5. Clover, being based off of the Genki girl trope, is Hanako's polar opposite. She loves parties, dancing, posting to social media, you get the idea. She's overall insanely extroverted, and she's notably the most energetic member of the friend group. She's heavily confident in both herself and her abilities, and she tries to help Hanako feel the same way about herself. That being said, the great thing about Clover is the very fact she's Hanako's polar opposite. She tries to help Hanako actively get out of her comfort zone by dragging her along to social events, or being the one to suggest outings. While this may not always work out, with Clover having the tendency to be overly excited and dive headfirst into things, she's still willing to slow down for Hanako while remaining aggressively supportive and loyal to her best friend, and perhaps her possible lover in the future. Yep, she's one of the main love interests. Sorry fellas, she likes ladies. Exclusively ladies. Trivia time. Clover was born June 8th, making her a Gemini. Please don't bully her for being one. I don't know why, but Geminis get shit on a lot. She likes making jewelry, learning about insects, and listening to 80s music. She dislikes rainy days, reality TV shows, and traffic since she gets restless in the car. Her favorite food is burritos because she can easily eat them while on the go. Her character inspirations include Ibuki Miyota from Super Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair, Mina Ashido from My Hero Academia, and Mabel Pines from Gravity Falls. A fun fact about Clover is that she canonically bit other children in elementary school. Lucas Rivera is also Hanako's best friend, though he hasn't been around as long as Clover. He met the two around maybe 8 or 9 years old, but he quickly became a vital part of the group, which I'm calling the Hawaiian Island Trio because they all grew up in Hawaii. He's the most athletic of the bunch, as he's a baseball player. In fact, his dream is to play baseball professionally. But if the chances of that happening look slim, then he'd settle for becoming a marine biologist instead. He's based off the himbo jock trope. Lucas is Clover's opposite in the group, but he still supports Hanako, albeit differently. Where Clover is the one that helps Hanako get out of her comfort zone, Lucas is the one that makes sure that Hanako feels secure, normally by allowing her to go back or indulge in what's familiar or nostalgic before she goes back to trying to overcome whatever obstacle. In addition, him being the opposite of Clover means that he can easily tell the two girls to calm down if needed, balancing out Clover's hyperactivity and Hanako's tendency to immediately panic. Though, this fact doesn't necessarily mean that he doesn't get easily excited, because he does get easily excited, especially when it comes to talking about ocean life, baseball cards, or Hanako. I'd also like to add that this guy's a love interest. Okay, that's love interest number 2. Time for some Lucas trivia. Lucas was born July 31st, so he's a Leo. Baseball aside, he likes card collecting, playing go-kart games, and frogs. He dislikes centipedes, excessive amounts of silence, and math. His favorite food is, and forgive me if I butcher this pronunciation, arroz a la cubana, which is a popular dish in the Philippines consisting of rice, a fried egg, meat, and banana or tomato sauce depending on who makes it. Did I mention he's Filipino? Cause my ass is starved of Filipino rep, so yeah, he's Filipino. His inspirations include Denki Kaminari from My Hero Academia, Arataki Ito from Genshin Impact, and Kel from Amori. A fun fact about Lucas is that he can canonically play the kazoo, and he usually has it in his pocket. Lucien is one of the first new friends that Hanako makes at Hanashima Academy, specifically during move-in day. He's the designated art kid of the main cast and will almost always have a sketchbook on him, and if he doesn't, he's taking pictures and notes down any ideas or inspiring bits of his life on his phone. He's been at Hanashima Academy even before the creation of the advanced class program, meaning that his family is rich enough to afford the tuition. This is because his family focuses on real estate. Since Lucien is the youngest of the family, he doesn't have to worry about taking over the family business, and thus he aims to try and be a fashion designer with that freedom. Random tangent, but I'd say that Lucien's gone through the most rewrites and redesigns of all the characters aside from Daichi. I've been really unsatisfied with past art of him and past writings, and I can definitely say I'm pleased with him now. His most current writing is meant to frame him as Hanako's equal or a mirror of some sort. Like Hanako, he's a work-oriented perfectionist with clear creative goals in mind. He knows what he wants, and he always welcomes constructive criticism and advice to aid him in being a better artist and person. They also have similar struggles, with both wanting to get out of their comfort zone. With Hanako, it's about her trying to put herself out there, period. Lucien wants to improve at putting himself out there, without relying on what he can produce in order to do that. Compared to Hanako, however, he doesn't hesitate when attempting to reach his goals. But their similar nature and bonding via proximity is what allows them to grow closer and both get to learn from each other. He doesn't have a crush on Hanako though. Sorry ladies, he likes men. Exclusively men. He's not a love interest. Trivia time. Lucien's birthday is October 25th, making him a Scorpio. Lucien enjoys walks on beaches using oil pastels and gemstone stickers. He dislikes spiders, mushrooms, and celebrity gossip magazines. His favorite food is shrimp portofino pasta. His character inspirations include both Applejack and Rarity from My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic, and Saiki Kusuo from The Disastrous Life of Saiki K. I know they're a random selection of characters, but firstly, it'll make sense at a later date, and this is because Lucien was more inspired by music I listened to and Pinterest boards. Thus, it's hard to pinpoint exactly who inspired what aspects of his character. Moving on, a fun fact about Lucien is that he has a portfolio website dedicated to showcasing his art and various fashion designs. Admittedly, it also acts as a weird mixture between a Twitter page and his diary, depending on what section of his website you're on. Kenneth Toussaint is the musician Hanako meets at Hanashima Academy. And yep, this is love interest number 3. As stated, he's the musician of the group, being skilled with guitar, bass, and drums, the latter allowing him to take out his aggression in a productive manner. After all, he embodies the tsundere trope, and what's a tsundere without the fact they're aggressive when attempting to hide the fact they like a person? This fact in mind, Kenneth goes about life being both aggressive and loud about most things, and this is especially true if he feels that something or someone is being unfair. He doesn't hesitate to voice out his opinion on such matters, and he's the guy you can go to if you want the honest truth, with no sugarcoating whatsoever. Though, despite good intentions, this aspect of his personality can be perceived by a lot of people as him just having anger issues and being a jackass. And while Hanako doesn't believe that's all there is, this part of him does in fact intimidate her early on. Similarly to Hanako, however, he's a passionate individual when it comes to the people or things he cares about, with a tendency to feel emotions very deeply. However, Kenneth has to figure out how to healthily express these feelings like she does, and practice being vulnerable, whether this is in a romantic sense or otherwise. Alternatively, he'd have to figure out what the root cause of him being so guarded is. Honestly, there's not much I can really spill with the tsundere trope in mind. Like all tsundere characters, he'll have a tendency to be hostile towards Hanako before eventually softening up towards her. That's just how it works in media. Though, with my writing with him, I hope I can do something different with this aspect in the future. At this point, you should know the drill, it's time for trivia. His birthday is May 24th, making him a Gemini. Again, to all the Gemini haters, please give him a chance. His likes include rock and roll music, gummy sharks, and rhythm games. His dislikes include most sports, clothes shopping, and overly hot temperatures. He got that enough from Florida, he doesn't need more of that kind of weather. His favorite food is chicken tenders and fries. His character inspirations include Katsuki Bakugo from My Hero Academia, I mean it's even his voice claim, Kyo Soma from Fruits Basket, and Yuri Plazetsky from Yuri on Ice. A fun fact about Kenneth is that he's a middle child, having 2 older brothers and a little sister. Yuri Yoshida is a gentle giant that loves bunnies, always carrying his 3 girls around the campus. He's another love interest that Hanako meets at the academy. While he claims that he's better at dealing with animals than people, he's still a student that wishes to win Hanako's heart. Yuri is a soft-spoken individual that loves caring for animals, and his shy and soft nature makes him less overwhelming and thus comforting to Hanako. Yuri's also not very talkative, always more willing to lend a listening ear, though his silent demeanor also means that he's a lot more observant than the others within the group, allowing him to get a better read on Hanako's needs and desires, also that of everyone else's. Adding on to that point, Yuri is also one of the only interests that sees everyone as less rivals and more potential friends aside from Lucas, so he's less likely to be worked up by whatever shenanigans the others get into. Regarding his writing, I'd say that aside from him and Hanako, he's gone through the least amount of changes regarding his characterization. He's just been consistently a chill dude all around, and he's also my favorite little dude to write for and draw. Does it help that he's very easy to draw? Maybe. I'm just gonna move on now. Trivia? Trivia! Yuri's birthday is March 13, making him a Pisces. Yuri's likes, aside from bunnies, include Critter Crossroads, which is the in-universe equivalent of Animal Crossing, collecting gel pens, and cleaning. His dislikes include dust particles, slasher horror films, and paper cuts. Yuri's favorite food is animal crackers, because I don't know, it just made sense. His character inspirations include Fluttershy from My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, Briefers, Brief, Rock from Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt, specifically him in the first season, and again, Izuku Midoriya from My Hero Academia. A fun fact about Yuri is that his mom Himari is a vet, so he's skilled with animals because he used to tag along to his mom's vet clinic. Finally, we got this guy. Dong-Hyun Lee is the future heir to his father's company, the Lee Corporation, thus being the CEO love interest trope that I mostly see in K-dramas. But also, not really, since he's not of legal age yet, so he's just the heir to his father's company in the story. Listen, every shoujo romance needs the stuck-up rich guy or the love interest with glasses. Or both. So here he is. A mixture of both. Dong-Hyun, being heir to his father's company, continuously prepares himself for the day he inherits it. He's both calculated and cunning when it comes to any business-related endeavor, or anything he dubs as worthy of his time, like pursuing Hanako. This is because, similarly to Hanako, he's determined and ambitious with his goals and will stop at nothing to get what he wants. Being born into a business-centered environment, he's able to recognize that Hanako's drive is highly admirable, and her being a goal-oriented person makes him believe that she's a suitable future partner. In addition, Hanako is able to offer Dong-Hyun various perspectives that he's previously never considered, as she's a lot less analytical. This approach to life both perplexes and interests Dong-Hyun at the same time. Thus, he attempts to use his skills to his advantage when attempting to woo Hanako alongside his wealth. He'll often use his money and resources to try and either spoil her or solve her problems, and there's often not a line he'll draw when it comes to these attempts. Okay, last trivia round. Dong-Hyun's birthday is May 5th, making him a Taurus. He likes watching romantic K-dramas, collecting fountain pens, and drinking sugary coffee. Much to people's surprise, he's not a black coffee drinker. Hanako is. He dislikes the rock music genre, greasy foods, and cockroaches. His favorite food is tiramisu. Tiramisu? I don't know if I pronounced that right. His inspirations include Byakuya Togami from Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, Hyoya Otori from Ouran High School Host Club, and Suho Lee from True Beauty. Gee, I wonder where I stole his last name from. A fun fact about him is that he has a black Maine Coon cat named Chaco. her full name being Chocolate Lee. He'll whip out the full name if she's wanting attention and knocks over furniture in his room. Okay, that's all the characters from Hanashima's advanced class. Which character is your favorite as of right now? Do you have any theories about my children? Who are you hoping Hanako ends up with? I don't know. Feel free to have a conversation in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Also, feel free to let me know what you guys think of this series. Either way, thanks for watching. If you made it this far, I'm genuinely surprised. You just heard me ramble about my OCs for God knows how long at the time I'm recording this. But it means a lot that you're invested. Hey, if you're not already, why not subscribe to me? You'll get more content like this and also voice acting if you stay, and you can always just unsubscribe later if you're not feeling my stuff anymore. But yeah, stay sweet and stay zany everyone. Happy holidays!